The morning sun was just breaking over the Tulsa horizon when two police cruisers rolled into my driveway at 7:13 a.m., lights flashing silently, the lead officer's hand resting near his belt as if I might be some kind of threat. I stood there holding a coffee mug with the old Army Corps of Engineers logo on it. Barefoot on the concrete I'd poured myself 6 months earlier, the property I'd bought outright and paid in full for. Deed in hand, title clear, everything legal. 40 feet back, HOA President Deidre Kensington watched with her arms crossed, designer sunglasses hiding whatever expression she thought passed for triumph, smirking like she'd finally won. For hours earlier, she'd dialed 911 and told dispatch there was a dangerous, possibly armed squatter refusing to leave. Classic swatting attempt, except I'm a 54-year-old divorce veteran with 2 kids in college and med school, 20 years in the Corps of Engineers before starting my own civil engineering consultancy right here in town. I wasn't looking for trouble. I'd had enough of that overseas. All I wanted was to finish converting the detached garage into a proper machine shop, have a quiet place where my kids could visit without drama, maybe grill burgers under the 150-year-old oak tree that dominated the front yard, its massive branches creaking like an old sailing ship whenever the wind picked up. The property was 2 acres on the edge of Pinewood Estates, a cookie-cutter upper-middle-class subdivision with 127 homes built between 2015 and 2019. HOA dues ran $385 a month, which seemed steep but standard for the amenities: clubhouse, pool, playground, entrance monuments, detention ponds. When I closed on the land, it sat clearly outside their boundaries. I double-checked with a fresh 2018 survey, showing the line, ending 200 feet east of my driveway. I'd heard the horror stories: fines for garden gnomes, liens over mailbox colors, neighbors dragged into court over holiday lights. I made sure I wasn't signing up for any of that. But right around closing, the HOA quietly filed paperwork with the county to correct the boundaries, pulling my parcel into their jurisdiction without a single certified letter or hearing. Bureaucratic sleight of hand. That's when Deidre Kensington entered my life. 49, real estate agent, HOA president for 18 months. She wore pastel blazers like armor and dropped community standards the way some people invoke scripture. Her voice carried the warmth of a table saw through sheet metal. She drove a white Lexus RX with a vanity plate, HOAQN, irony apparently not included. Neighborhood legends swirled around her. Liens for unauthorized chalk art on driveways, foreclosures over late fees that started small and ballooned, cold treatment toward the few non-white collar families, including the 3 black households and my neighbor Ruben Cortez, a retired Latino machinist in his 60s. Week 1 after I moved in, a certified letter arrived in that waxy official envelope, smelling faintly of cheap toner and entitlement. $2,500 fine for an unapproved structure, my garage, which predated their HOA and their boundary grab. I emailed back with a survey, deed, and a legal opinion for paralegal friend. Politely, I'm not in your HOA. Week 3, Deidre showed up in person, clipboard in hand, designer sunglasses, snapping photos of my property like she was documenting a crime scene. She threatened to lien, warned I was setting a bad precedent. I told her to leave my land. Week 5 brought another letter, $5,000 plus $150 daily penalties, hinting at legal action and foreclosure. I dealt with insurgents in Fallujah who negotiated in better faith. Ruben brought over beers that night. He called them clowns with clipboards, said they bleed you dry until fighting costs more than complying. I called Lucia Brennan, a sharp local attorney in her early 40s. I'd once fixed a drainage issue for her mother free of charge. She owed me one. She reviewed the paperwork and said boundary annexation without proper notice wasn't just wrong. It was fraud under Oklahoma law. Certified mail to affected owners was required. I'd received nothing. The change was void. But Deidre wasn't targeting only me. Young couple Travis and Mallory Kent were buried under $8,000 in fines for a backyard swing set. An elderly couple faced foreclosure over a $12,000 lien that began as $400 in late fees. 9 families total were drowning. This wasn't enforcement. It was a scam on 127 households. I ignored the letters. I was legally right. That's when she went nuclear. She filed a police report claiming I was trespassing on HOA common area, my own driveway, and that I'd verbally threatened her. Total fabrication. Which is how the cruisers ended up in my driveway, while she stood back smirking, waiting for cuffs. Sergeant Pacheco, mid-40s, solid build, approached with his partner. I kept hands visible, voice calm. 20 years in the Army teaches de-escalation. Morning, officers. Guessing Deidre Kensington called this in. Pacheco nodded, notepad out. Report of trespassing and threats. Your side. I set the coffee down. Happy to explain. Mind if I show paperwork first? I moved slowly, announcing every step, grabbed my folder. Survey, deed, title, insurance, email chain, even dashcam stills from week 3 showing on my property uninvited. I spread it on the hood of his cruiser. He flipped through slowly, radioed something in, compared the survey to the county plat on his phone. 5 minutes passed. Deidre's tension radiated like heat off asphalt. Finally, Pacheco looked up. Ma'am, he called. This is a civil dispute, not criminal trespass. Mr. Hollins has documentation showing his boundary. You'll need to resolve this through the courts. Her mask cracked. She stalked forward, heels clicking. Excuse me. I pay your salary through my taxes, and you're telling me you won't enforce. Pacheco cut her off flat. Ma'am, I don't enforce HOA bylaws. If you believe he's in violation of a civil contract, hire a lawyer. She sputtered, spun, yanked her Lexus door so hard I thought the hinges would snap, peeled out with tires squealing. Burnt rubber lingered in the air. Pacheco handed me his card. Off the record, document everything. Every interaction, letter, visit. I've seen HOAs pull this. Next time, she might embellish more. Protect yourself. The cruisers left. I stood there realizing she'd tried to weaponize law enforcement against me. This wasn't about dues anymore. It was about submission or bankruptcy via legal fees. I called Lucia. She picked up on the second ring. I explained a false report, Pacheco's warning. Pause. Garrett. She just flirted with malicious prosecution. If she's willing to lie to police, she'll lie in court. I'm taking your case pro bono for now. First move. Cease and desist to the HOA. Demand rescind all fines and threats. Warn of lawsuit for malicious prosecution and abuse of process. Formal county complaint on the improper boundary amendment. Deidre's response was swift. Emergency board meeting that afternoon. Her spin, this squatter attacks our authority with frivolous threats. Back down, and everyone stops paying dues. Board, 4 spineless yes-men, voted to pursue all legal remedies. Doubling down. 2 days later at the hardware store, Travis and Mallory approached. Mallory holding their toddler, Travis exhausted. Garrett, we heard you got a lawyer. Can she help us too? 9 families underwater. 1 elderly couple facing foreclosure over balloon fees. That night on my porch with Ruben and beers, Deidre's got HOA president syndrome. Mall cop energy with a gavel and vengeance. Ruben snorted. Nah, yacht club energy in a kiddie pool subdivision. Thinks she's running the Hamptons, but it's Tulsa. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. Photo of my truck at Home Depot earlier. Caption, we're watching. Lucia said install cameras immediately. I'd faced real threats overseas. This suburban mean girl reboot pissed me off more than it scared me. Week 7. HOA filed lawsuit in county court for declaratory judgment to enforce covenants. Their angle. Corrected plat map filed 6 months ago is binding. Hired Conrad Trimble, strip mall attorney who wins via intimidation and defaults. Lucia countered with motion to dismiss plus claims. Fraud, harassment, abuse of process. Discovery began. Subpoenaed financials minutes. The corrected plat was never properly noticed. No certified mail to me. Annexation void. Harassment ramped up. Bi-weekly inspectors, Deidre's real estate cronies, photographing my property. Orange violation stickers plastered on mailbox, garage, truck, cheap adhesive and spite, gummy residue needing WD-40 and scrubbing. Ruben caught one inspector using my trash cans as a stepladder to shoot over my fence. Trespassing. I added 6 security cameras, cloud uploads, Google Doc logging every timestamp interaction. Discovery revealed $140,000 missing from HOA funds. Vague line items. Administrative fees, community enhancement consulting. Deidre's LLC paid $18,000 for property management the HOA already outsourced. Embezzlement. Mallory hosted a secret backyard meeting. 11 families shared stories. Fines for solar panels. Oklahoma law protects them. Elderly widower threatened over $400 ballooned to $6,000. I proposed a coalition. Lucia, incognito, said she could work with it. Deidre heard. Emergency vote. Anyone organizing against HOA gets $2,000 monthly special assessment until compliance. Extortion in parliamentary clothing. Late night, doorbell camera caught someone spray painting deadbeat on my garage. White Lexus in background, plate partially visible. Sent to Lucia in Pacheco. He said vandalism. File report, he'd increase patrols. My daughter texted, "Dad, are you okay? Mom says you're in some legal thing." I downplayed, but fury built. Deidre affecting how my family saw me. Lucia called, dug into Pinewood transactions. 3 foreclosed properties in 2 years bought at auction by Deidre's LLC and board members' family trusts. 40 to 50% below market. Pattern. Fine heavily, can't pay, foreclose, insider buys cheap, flips for profit. Amended counterclaim added federal RICO allegations. Contacted Oklahoma Real Estate Commission. Deidre's license at risk. Strategic pivot. Go public. Civil court slow. Media fast. Mallory, freelance journalist, pitched Tulsa Gazette. I hesitated. Ex-military, private, but agreed. Deidre heard a foreclosure pattern. Emergency meeting. Motion to settle. Drop fines. Remove lien. Clean slate if I sign NDA and release claims. Trimble via Zoom. Your client should take this. Discovery ugly for everyone. I laughed. Tell Deidre I don't negotiate with con artists. See you in court. Settlement offer meant she was scared. Discovery working. Organized second community meeting, 22 families. VFW hall smelled of stale coffee and old wood. Lucia explained. Proof scheme, possibly void sales, get homes back. Elderly woman in back cried. I lost my house 2 years ago. Thought I was alone. I stood. You're not alone. None of us are. Then certified letter. Notice of foreclosure sale on Pinewood Estates, HOA common property. HOA defaulted on $1. $2 million 2019 construction loan for amenities. Payments missed 18 months. Auction in 30 days. Engineer brain lit up. If HOA loses common areas, legal standing crumbles. Called Lucia. I just figured out how to buy the HOA. Week 10. HOA placed lien on my property despite contested annexation. Judge allowed temporarily. Equity frozen. Financial hostage. Whisper campaign. I'm troublemaker, litigious, don't respect values. Facebook group post. Unpaid dues and fines, every member's responsibility. Freeloaders hurt us all. Didn't name me. Didn't have to. Neighbors who'd waved now cross street. Pulled county records. Confirmed foreclosure pattern. Surgical. Lucia. If proved conspiracy, federal RICO, mail/wire fraud. Amended counterclaim. Real estate commission investigation. Mallory's article dropped. HOA president accused of fraud as neighborhood faces foreclosure. Detailed, devastating, viral. Local TV. Then Oklahoma City, Reddit front page. Set up GoFundMe. Save Pinewood Estates. Stop HOA corruption. Goal $250,000 for auction gap plus fees. 72 hours. $180,000 from nationwide donors who'd fought their own HOAs. Board members resigned. Deidre tried emergency meetings to stop auction. Bank controlled it now. Trimble quit. I don't represent criminals. Lucia, connected nonprofit attorney for Community Land Trust. Drafted charter. Pinewood Commons Trust. Maintain areas, reasonable standards, transparent, democratic governance. Auctions in 18 days. Financing lined up. Brother Caleb bridged $400,000. GoFundMe covered rest. Communities rallying. Lucia warned. Cornered animals dangerous. 2 days later, Detective Morrison, DA's office warrant for Deidre. Felony embezzlement, fraud, perjury. She disappeared after auction. House for sale, $50,000 below market. Upgraded security. Ruben offered watch. Court hearing tomorrow. Dissolution petition. Team assembled. Lucia legal, Mallory media, Ruben ground intel, Travis Tech secure site, GoFundMe, encrypted comms, Caleb asset protection. Legal path. Own common property prove insolvency, defaulted loan, judgments, embezzlement. Petition dissolve HOA. Oklahoma Title 47 Section 11-109. Receiver winds down deed to trust for $1. Preparing for sabotage. Archived website. Subpoenaed statements. Affidavits from export. Town halls at VFW. Attendance grew. 50, 82, 103 families. Explained. HOA dissolves. Dues drop temporarily. New trust. Reasonable $45 per MO fees. No cosmetic tyranny. People lean back, smiling, asking questions instead of crying. One woman. We almost lost our home over $1,800 fines. Stop sleeping. Stop talking to neighbors. You're giving us lives back. Night before hearing, workshop lathe humming. Not working, just settling mind. Thought, not revenge. System should serve, not crush. Texted kids, big day tomorrow. Wish me luck. Daughter, proud, go be hero. Son, Captain America gif. Ruben brought beer for after. Win or lose. Hearing 9 a.m. Deidre invited, probably won't show. But if she does, ready. Day before, emergency injunction from Trimble. Never really quit, to delay dissolution. Claiming violates rights. Incoherent, wrong case law. Lucia dismantled in 10 minutes. Judge Vickers, former public defender, 0 patience injunction denied. Adjourned. That night, fake Facebook profile. Pinewood truth teller, posting lies. I'm con man with out-of-state investors gentrifying. Photoshop docs. Travis traced IP. Deidre's network. Mallory article. HOA president behind smear. Account removed. Credibility ash. 7:15 a.m. Hearing day. On porch with coffee. Her Lexus pulled up. No makeup. Hair messy. First time without armor. 2 board members flanking like hostages. Approached. Voice shaking. Garrett, please. I'll resign. Drop everything. Just don't go through with this. Let neutral buyer take it. Set coffee down. Neutral. Like your LLC buddies flipping for profit. Hands trembling. If you do this, I lose everything. Reputation, license, business. Looked her in eye. Should have thought before turning 127 families into your ATM. She froze, then drove away slowly, like to a funeral. 7:45 a.m. Courthouse steps. 2 suits approached. One Trimble son. You sure? People mess with wrong folks. Business dries up. Permits delayed. Client disappear. Ex-army, unfazed. Threatening me on courthouse property in front of witnesses. Ruben recording nearby. They backed off. Lucia filed harassment complaint. Courtroom packed. 60 homeowners. 3 TV crews. Mallory live tweeting. Our side. Lucia, nonprofit attorney. Caleb, Ruben, Travis, Mallory, 20 homeowners. HOA side. Empty table. 3 miserable board members back. 9 a.m. Judge Vickers entered. Doors burst. Deidre with new young lawyer. Black suit. Oversized sunglasses indoors. Sat. Didn't look at anyone. Lucia presented. Insolvency 1. 2M debt. 0 assets post-foreclosure. Embezzlement. Fraud via audit. $240,000 stolen. Common property now mine dissolution. Deidre's lawyer shaky. Denies. Devoted servant vendetta. Judge. Evidence refuting audit. Forthcoming. Sit down. Deidre stood against lawyer protest. Your Honor, may I speak? Irregular, but proceed. Voice rising, sham. Garrett orchestrated. Never belonged. Stealing neighborhood because courts rigged. Gave 3 years, 60-hour weeks. If compensation, earned it. Judge. Not under oath, stop. Deidre's spiraling. Somebody needs to say it. Garrett, bully manipulating. Side door. Detective Morrison with officer. Handed document. Judge read, looked at Deidre. Miss Kensington, outstanding warrant for arrest. Detective, proceed. Silence. Pin drop quiet. Morrison calm. Deidre Kensington, under arrest for felony embezzlement, fraud second degree, perjury. Rights red. Face drained white. This is... You can't. I have rights. Voice cracking. Cuffs clicked. Metallic echo like period at end of long sentence. Sobbing, mascara streaking. Guided to side exit. Door closed. Muffled. This isn't over. Judge. Instructive. Reviewed evidence. Insolvent. Systematic fraud. Dissolution granted. Appoint Lucia receiver. Ratification vote in 30 days. My counterclaims granted. Damages separate. Gavel. Adjourned. Eruption. Celebration. Hugging, crying, clapping. Elderly woman who'd lost house grabbed arm. You gave hope again. Outside reporters swarmed. How does it feel? Not about winning. About 127 families getting neighborhood back. Making sure no one's steamrolled by corrupt bureaucracy. Next, community land trust, transparent, democratic, accountable. Message for HOA abuse victims, document everything. Find allies. Not alone. Bullies count on silence. Make noise. Police cruiser past, Deidre in back, staring at nothing. Noon sun on limestone. Plaza smelled hot concrete and victory. Church bell chimed 12. Reuben grinned. Action movies have less drama. That evening on porch, sunset over workshop, daughter called. You're everywhere. You okay? Better than okay. Free. We all are. Across street, Travis and Mallory's kids played. No citation fear. Neighbor waved, actually smiled. Cleanup began. Detective expanded investigation. Board members used HOA funds for bids. Closed corruption loop. 2 arrested. 3rd flipped witness. News Daily. Former president faces 10 years. Board charged. Families get homes back. National. CNN. NPR. I did one NPR interview stopped. Story bigger than me. Lucia avoided fraudulent sales. 3 families got homes clean titles. Deidre's LLC disgorged profits. $240K split victims. Elderly widow got keys back. Cried in Lucia's office. Thought I die homeless. Mallory's documentary, YouTube, 3 million views in week. Comments. Happened to us in Phoenix. How fight back. Sparked reform. 3 Oklahoma neighborhoods use template to dissolve corrupt HOAs. State legislature introduced HOA Transparency Act. Audits, open meetings, late fee caps, proper notice boundaries. Bipartisan, signed. Nicknamed Garrett's Law in circles. 30 days, post-hearing, ratification vote clubhouse. 119 to 127 turnout. 114 yes dissolve / transfer trust. 5 no, Deidre's inner circle bitter. Dissolution finalized. Town hall and clubhouse. Same place Deidre rented for open houses on HOA dime. Overflowing parking, 140 people, neighbors plus outsiders. Podium, projector. Smelled fresh paint. Warm cream voted on. Started. Moved wanting peace. Workshop kids burgers. Got fines. Threats police lean. Learned. Broken systems fixed by building better. Slides. Old financials. $18K Deidre LLC unnecessary. $47,000 legal. Fighting gnomes / mailboxes. $140,000 missing. New trust. $45 per MO. Pool. Landscaping. Insurance. Emergency fund. No board salaries. Volunteer. Every dollar online monthly. Open meeting streamed. Greater than $5,000 expenditure. Homeowner vote. 88% dues reduction. Know where money goes. Applause. Standing ovation. More. No fines paint colors, toys, patio furniture. Only real hazards addressed neighborly. Older man. Families who lost homes. Lucia. 3 back already, 2 final stages. All made whole. Explosion Cayenne, Uging. Elderly widow waved. Own ovation. Travis. Pinewood Opportunity Fund. $75K court damages I donated. 2 $5,000 per year scholarships renewable 4 years. First next month. Parents wiping tears. Mullery. Documentary 2M plus views. Resource Hub. Templates guides free online. Board candidates. 7 seats, 22 ran. Online voting transparent. Results: retired teacher, nurse, mechanic, small business owner, stay-at-home dad, engineer, college student. Diverse. This democracy not rigged. Closed. From months ago, Deidre said I didn't belong. Wrong. We all belong. Neighborhood, ours now. Room roared. Foot stomping, whistling celebration. After, state hours. Grill, cooler, impromptu block party. Clubhouse, once oppression symbol, now freest gathering ever. Reuben found me sunset. You did good, brother. We did good. To freedom from petty tyrants. And never becoming one. 30 days later, trust operational. First board meeting live-streamed, 120 tuned. Said $245. Repealed cosmetic rules. Paint purple, Gnome Army, live life. Community garden broke ground. 2 acres trust land. 20 families first day. Tomatoes, peppers, squash, herbs. Surplus Tulsa Food Bank. 300 pounds first season. Vietnam vet planted memorial rose garden. Kids watered after school. Opportunity fund, first scholarships. Nursing girl whose family nearly lost home. Engineering boy inspired by me. Attended ceremony, try not cry. Failed. Deidre pleaded guilty July. Avoid trial. August sentencing. 3 years state prison. $240,000 restitution. 5 years probation. License revoked permanently. Her house foreclosed. Sold 60% what paid. Young couple with toddler bought. Thrilled no HOA. Irony thick. Local paper retrospective. Former president jailed for fraud she inflicted. Mugshot next community garden photo. Contrast everything. 2 board members, 18 months each. Third probation/community service. On Bennett, Boat. Ripple. 3 more Oklahoma dissolutions, 2 Texas, 1 Arizona. Mallory's doc option streaming, 6-episode series. Declined heavy involvement. Bigger than me. Workshop finished. Teaching weekend metalwork classes. Neighborhood kids/adults, 12 students. Building pergola community garden next month. Son visited Christmas. Built bookshelf laid together. Daughter Thanksgiving. Dad found purpose after Army. Maybe right. Legal defense fund. $25,000 court award. Grew $70,000 donations. Helped 4 other state families fight HOA abuse. 1 Phoenix woman. HOA foreclosed $400 dues. Connected lawyer. 1 kept home. Reuben and I still porch beers evenings. Watch kids play. Neighbors talk. Community heal. Ever regret. All stress, bills, threats. Not second. Spring. 150-year oak bloomed. Branches swayed peacefully at rest. Saturday under it. Young couple late 20s pulled up. Nervous. Are you Garrett Hollins? Wipe sawdust hands. That's me. Realtor said your reason, no HOA anymore. Priced out elsewhere, HOA fees. Want to thank you. Shook hands. Welcome to Pinewood. You'll love it here. They drove off smiling. Victory. Not courtroom drama or villain handcuffs, though helped. Real victory. People free fear. Kids playing no citations. Neighbors trust. Systems serve. Came build workshop, live peace. Got both. Got better. Community worth fighting for. Got HOA nightmare. Drop comment. Not alone. Story matters. Maybe together shine light. Next, Deidre, before destroys another neighborhood. If want more everyday people taking corrupt systems, subscribe. Next, Florida homeowner discovered HOA president Ponzi scheme. Won't believe what she did.